we're going to have a contest. Whoever can come up with the best name for our show, our segment, the prize will be nothing. You ain't getting jack shit.
A big thank you and fuck you.
Alright, Radio Underground. Well, not exactly Radio Underground, but, yeah, anyways, some new content coming out here. We got my buddy JP. He's first time on the show. And we're on our way home from work, and I guess San Diego Comic-Con JP's coming up. One of the biggest events of the year, especially for nerds like us.
Yeah.
So I figure maybe we'll give it a little bit of a preview till we get to our spot for breakfast, because, you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
But can we really call it breakfast? Because is it more dinner for us? Or supper, as we call it in these parts?
Yeah, I guess, with a little bit of dessert.
But, yeah. So, but anyway, we're getting way the hell off track already.
We're getting way off subject already to start it. That's Radio Underground fashion, though, getting off subject. But anyways, here I'll let you pick the first. What are you looking forward to seeing, or is there anything you hope shows up?
One thing that's always interested me is you have Adam Savage from MythBusters.
I love that show.
He always shows up every year in costume and more or less does a contest of who can pick him out.
Kind of like a Where's Waldo thing.
Basically. And, yeah, he's super, super nerd. And it's just going to be really interesting to see, because he, on his new show, he just built a Mark II Iron Man suit out of titanium. So it's going to be real interesting to see what he's going to show up as, because he'll show up as, I think, different people different days.
Yo, I love MythBusters. I don't know. You ever watch MythBusters? I mean,
oh yeah.
I wasn't aware of this. Well, besides Carrie Bynum being super fucking hot, but that's a whole new thing. But I wasn't aware. But did you know him and who's the other guy?
Jamie Hammond.
You know, they actually hate each other.
It ain't that they hate each other. That they both have spoke on the subject. They worked real good together, had good chemistry. But Adam's goofy and Jamie's more serious, so
right.
They had conflicts, and they each had ideas about what way would work better. That was always the conflict they had behind the scenes.
See, I guess I always just was reading. I've read several things that says that they actually they couldn't stand each other.
Oh yeah, there's times they couldn't.
And you would never tell on the show at all, of course. I mean,
no. And he talks. He has went into that subject on his YouTube channel, because he's got his own YouTube channel. It used to be Adam and Jamie's Tested. Now it's just Adam Savage's Tested.
Didn't they come out with a like Junior MythBusters or something like that not too long ago?
That I don't know. I know they tried to do a spin-off with Cary Grant and Tori.
I'd watch it if it was just Cary.
White Rabbit. I forget how many shows, but it was only like one season, and it was a Netflix original.
Netflix originals are becoming a big thing. Movies and TV. They're coming just as big as
it will
anything.
Be interesting to see if Netflix has anybody at San Diego Comic-Con to see what they might come out with, or if they just ignore the event altogether.
They are losing subscribers. Big
What?
time. I mean, I don't know why. I actually love Netflix.
Well, you know why. It comes down to money.
Exactly. And, you know, a lot of people are
They
saying...
keep raising their prices
well, and,
faster than every other, and then you have all these other competing platforms out,
well, yeah.
and the one that's really going to, I think, really hurt Netflix will be Disney.
And it's already hurting them. I mean, look at the cancellation of Daredevil and Punisher.
Yeah.
Arguably, probably the two best shows on Netflix,
And
especially Punisher.
a lot of people that subscribe to Netflix, they watch all the Marvel stuff on there, or they, like me, have small children and watch the Disney content and stuff on there. So, if that goes away, what's the point of having Netflix anymore?
Me and you don't watch too much Netflix because we don't want to get into it because we don't want to hopefully ruin it. But we got a pretty good streaming service going on. But I do like to keep my Netflix. You know, I love when I'm laying down, I can always just put on some kind of random show.
Yeah.
And just let it play through.
Yeah. That just background noise.
Exactly. All right, here's something that I know we're both interested in. The final season of Supernatural.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
I don't want to give too much spoilers away. I don't really want to give any, but it's kind of sad in a way to see it go.
I have managed to stay away from all the spoilers, haven't read nothing about it, nothing.
It's gonna be a good final season. I just hope they go out.
I hope so, because they left a hell of a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
That they got to build off of and follow.
You know, it's anybody who watched Supernatural knows that seasons 1 through 5 is arguably probably some of the greatest seasons of a show.
Yeah.
And ever since season 6, it's kind of like every other season to me has been down.
It's been hit or miss.
Yeah. 6 was good. 7, we're not even going to get into 7. 8 was good. 9 was 10 was amazing.
Yeah.
11 was 12 was alright. 13, Last season was great. Loved it.
The last episode of that season was ridiculous.
Yeah, like you said, where are they going to go?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. But something else me and you also be interested in. Never be able to get it. But one of our favorite toy makers, collectibles you could say, Funko, always does some kind of special run of some character for San Diego Comic-Con. It's the only place you can get them, and they're usually super low numbers.
I am so addicted to those Funko Pops. It's unreal, and I don't know why. What is special about them? Really, nothing.
Hard to believe that it started like in the 80s, early 90s out of a garage.
Yeah, it's one of those collectibles. Like, okay, you see the see figurines, and you can see stuff that's collectible. Beanie Babies. Remember when Beanie Babies were collectible?
Yeah.
I mean, and then you look at Funko Pops, and you're like...
It took them forever to get going, and now they're like everywhere, have been for years now.
Yeah. See, when I first started getting them, it was at Lexington Comic-Con, my first convention. I had bought them just because I think it was Supernatural ones.
Yeah.
There was Sam, Dean, and Bob. And I was like, well, I gotta have that. I mean...
Yeah.
And I was like, so I bought those three. Then I happened to see Heath Ledger's Joker was one. I was, well, I definitely have to get that one.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, every time I'm in the store, it's like I have to look at them.
Yeah.
To see if there's a certain one that I want. And they've just become an addiction.
I've even got my little girl into them. So it's kind of a shared thing between me and her.
You're lucky. I mean, you got them stashed away so your little boy can't get to them?
Mine, yes. Hers, not so much. Because she plays with them. She thinks they're a toy. She hasn't grasped why Daddy doesn't open stuff like that.
Right. So,
and then, hopefully they, I don't know what they're coming out with on the PS4 side, but hopefully Microsoft lets out some more about Gears of War and Halo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not E3, but it goes back to a point that I was thinking about earlier.
Basically,
San Diego Comic-Con is no longer a comic convention. It's a pop culture convention. And that's what
video
most
games, TV, movies, comic books, collectibles.
Exactly. Like Lexington Comic-Con that I go to. There's very few comic creators there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's local, and there's some big ones out there. Steranko was there a couple years ago. God, why can't I'm drawing a blank. He's a famous DC writer. God, I can't think of his name for some reason.
You're on your own on that one.
But they got a lot of famous, a lot of little ones.
But like you said, one year you had Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
Yeah, exactly.
And arguably, people was like, well, they're not comic book creators. Well, no, they're not, but Kevin Smith owns a huge comic book store.
Exactly. And it's like, a lot of these TV and movie, like, I met, I am so drawing name blanks today. God, he plays Merle on Walking Dead. Why can't I think of him?
Oh,
Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker. I met Michael Rooker out there. And it's like, Comic-Cons have become basically a pop culture phenomenon. There's everything there.
Yeah.
I've met wrestlers there.
You've got cosplayers.
Oh, God, the cosplayers.
That's another subject altogether, because you've got gender bending, I guess you could say, with cosplay.
Yes.
You'll have female cosplayers dress up as normally male characters.
I met one, Ivy Doonkitty. You would love her if I showed her. Thick. She's amazing. But she had dressed up the one year I was there as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And God, she pulled it off. I'll tell you that. She pulled that off.
There was another cosplayer down there, I think before her, Jessica Negri.
Yes. Oh my God. Whew. She was there the first comic convention I went to, but of course I was new to Comic-Cons, so I didn't really understand how
what the
things
hell was
work.
going on.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing I'm looking forward to San Diego this year, we're coming close to stopping for breakfast, Star Wars. I can't wait to see what Star Wars stuff is going to be there. I mean, you got the last movie coming out. You got some...
Is it truly going to be the last movie, though?
Well, for the Skywalker saga, the guys who did... I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but the two guys who directed Game of Thrones have taken over 3-movie trilogy that's in the Star Wars universe, but it's not going to have anything to do with the Skywalkers or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some more of that.
Well, I hate to bring it up because I haven't watched any of the Star Wars that's come out after Episode 1. I've seen bits and pieces of 1 through 3. And it's like, to me, the first original 3, which is 4, 5, and 6, are the best movies.
I will agree with you on that.
I have lost interest thanks to how they destroyed and mangled the so-called 1 through 3, how it's actually supposed to go.
I agree. Episodes 1, 2, 3 might not have been the best. I mean, they were good, but they weren't the best. But it is going to be interesting to see the Star Wars, because they're also doing, Mandalorian, which is going to be basically based off, from what I understand, I could be wrong, about Boba Fett's race of people.
The bounty hunter.
Yeah. So, and I think it's another cartoon series, kind of like they did with Star Wars Rebels and
the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting right there. Well, I guess time to stop to get breakfast because they got the best breakfast in this place. I mean, and that's the only reason why we're stopping to get breakfast, because this place is the greatest. So I guess we'll pause it and hopefully pick it up right afterwards. So, we're back on air. We stopped and got some breakfast. So, yeah, you might hear us chewing or something, so...
Seen a fucker that should have been on Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, really, I wish I could grow a beard like that.
His beard was pretty damn epic. I mean...
Yeah, that's why I called him Duck Dynasty. I mean...
He would fit right in.
I don't know about it. And then that one bitch had to go in through the side door. Why? Why couldn't you just come through the front door like normal? So I could get a look at you.
It's Monday and the universe says fuck you.
And we just got off work, so we're probably a little slap happy right now. But, what were we talking about? We were talking about Star Wars, weren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, more about, well, I guess really not too much more about Star Wars. You're really not a big Star Wars fan.
I like the story and the universe, but what was episode 1, the Phantom Menace?
Yeah, that one
with
was...
Anakin. Yeah, I thought, and the pod racing bullshit. Yeah, I thought that was kind of shitty. To me, the redeeming quality of that movie, or the movies, is when Samuel L. Jackson shows up, except he just don't call nobody a motherfucker.
Well, I mean...
honestly, how can you have Samuel L. Jackson in a movie and him not say or call somebody a motherfucker?
Well, let's say... You have to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of nerf Samuel L. Jackson, because let's be honest, he would be ruling the galaxy. If he really and truly wanted to.
That also begs the question, why not have him play on the dark side instead of the light side?
I'm tired of these motherfucking Jedi on this motherfucking plane.
Yep.
I mean...
But I did catch most of, I don't remember the title for number 3.
Revenge of the Sith.
Where Anakin is truly turning to the dark side and becomes Darth Vader. Now, especially the last and the ending part of that movie, I enjoyed.
Revenge of the Sith was actually really good. See, I am a big Darth Vader fan, so...
I think just really about everybody is, though. And we all would love to have the power just like, hey, you little motherfucker, let's just choke you.
He's such a tragic character.
And not lay a hand on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. His story is a tragic story, but at the same time, could you really come up with a much better villain?
Really, you can't.
He can kill you and not even touch you.
Yeah. He's one of the most powerful Jedi or Siths that's ever lived.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder why in the hell he's still taking orders from, the Sith Lord, but, when he should, or what do they refer to him as, the Emperor?
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be Vader there, not, let's see. I'm trying to think what he would be better in. More or less, the fucker looks like a witch.
Yeah. But we both agree Vader should be, and it really is the strongest.
Yeah.
And he should rule.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the way they're going to play it out, Vader should rule. But I haven't seen the last movie that come out at all.
It's really good. It's good.
Because one thing I did read, a character I like, the actor I like, basically shows up not till the end of the damn movie, and he might say 3 words if he says that. And I'm talking about Mark Hamill.
Wrong. Mark Hamill is in it a good chunk at the beginning. He's a little off in the middle, but then he does come back in the beginning. I mean, it's Mark fucking Hamill. I mean,
yeah.
There ain't. if you ever would want to see a grown man cry, if I ever met Mark Hamill, I would cry. I'm not ashamed to admit, I would fucking cry like a little baby if I ever met him. Hands down.
I would be calm and cool if I ever met him, unless he just went into the Joker. Then I would lose my damn mind.
If he went into the Joker, I would act like probably a little teenage girl who just met Justin Timberlake back in the day.
Yeah.
That's probably what would happen.
That would be a good stance to take, I would say.
And nobody knows how good of a voice actor he is.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that he did the voice of the Joker.
No.
Nobody.
Everybody, yeah, Heath Ledger done a great job as the Joker. One of my favorite, live action Jokers. Which I did like Jack Nicholson's portrayal, but that was also the first, and I'm sure just like you, that was the first time we actually seen Joker and Batman when we were small children when that movie came out.
Yes.
And that was our first introduction to the whole culture anyways, was Tim Burton's version.
And Tim Burton's was a little bit more comic-y than what...
and it was darker. It took the darker tone of the comic and tried to adapt it to film.
Yeah.
The first one did a good job of it. The second one done a pretty good job too. The other Batmans until Batman Begins, we just forget that ever fucking happened.
Yeah, we just need to forget. And it's nothing against Val Kilmer or George Clooney. They're both great actors, but
the script sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, bat nipples, come on.
Yeah.
Who could fucking Joe Schumacher, that son of a bitch?
Yeah, I mean, they tried. I mean, Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I mean, who would have thought that would have tanked?
Yeah. Speaking of two that didn't like each other, fucking Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey cannot fucking stand each other, could not stand each other filming that.
And they're both amazing actors. I mean, you don't really see either one of them in anything anymore, but...
I hate to say maybe they were out of their league, or maybe... I'll probably get crucified for saying this, but maybe in that particular instance they were punching above their weight class.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe the scripts were just fucking garbage.
Or, it could be both, but I'm going to go with the scripts are just fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Because Batman Returns was great. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer in Catwoman suit.
Danny DeVito as the Penguin, or Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great movie, but like you said, the last two were kind of forgettable.
Yeah, Batman.
Alicia Silverstone as
Batgirl.
Okay, that was...
Alicia Silverstone was pretty big because of Clueless, and I think, maybe only because of Clueless.
That's the only movie I can think of her besides that Batman movie.
She was in several Aerosmith videos because her and Liv Tyler grew up together and were friends.
Oh my God, Liv Tyler.
Yes, we're off subject again.
That's just everyday Radio Underground broadcast right there, always off subject.
But I digress. It all does kind of tie into Comic-Con because of the pop culture aspect.
Yeah.
And it's a comic book movie. Arguably, here's the shitty thing. Marvel does awesome at the cinematic universe. DC's not done all that well. But flip the script. Animation side of Marvel always kind of sucked. DC's animation, like, the Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, all the animated Batman movies, and all that stuff has been awesome.
Mask of Phantasm, let's not forget about that. I mean, that was...
what the hell are you even talking about?
Batman, you never watched Mask of Phantasm?
No, I have not watched that one, surprisingly.
That come out, I believe it was mid to early 90s. It was around when the animated series was going out. But look it up on our awesome streaming service that me and you have.
Yeah.
Batman Mask of Phantasm. It's an animated movie. Kevin Conroy's the voice of Batman, blah, blah, blah. I mean...
Yeah, the usual suspects.
Yeah, so it is a really, really good watch.
I haven't watched that one, surprisingly. I've seen, by Gotham by Gaslight, and all, just about all of them I can find. Matter of fact, me and my son have sat and spent hours watching it about a month or so ago.
I couldn't imagine Jake's actually sitting.
Oh, he did. He glued to it. Loved it.
Yeah, I just can't picture him just sitting still for more than, 1 second.
Yeah, you got to see how he was the other night. That's how he is pretty well every day.
How old is he? 2?
2.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But yeah, if it's hot rods and cars or monster trucks or trucks, he'll sit still and watch it. Batman, he sat and actually the animated series started it. Me and him he fell asleep watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not the bullshit that come out the past 10 years, but the original. In 87.
Yeah.
The shit we growed up with.
Well, the first 2 were great, but that third one when they go back to China whatever.
I haven't even started him on them movies.
Be a good dad and don't let him watch that third one.
Yeah, well, I'll probably make him suffer through it because I did as a kid.
Well, him being 2 years old, he'll probably think it's amazing, even though we know better.
Well, hell, when we was children and it come out, we thought it was amazing. It wasn't until we got older. It was like, wait a minute, this fucking sucks.
This is absolute fucking garbage.
I did like the remake movie of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I did.
The first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I haven't seen the Into the Shadows where they have Krang or whatever it is.
The first one they had Rocksteady and Bebop, but me and him actually watched the animated version, what me and you grew up with watching every Saturday morning. So, but one big thing that I'm sure will be plastered all over IGN and everywhere is if anybody from Marvel Studios is at San Diego, and if they drop any hint of what may be going on in Phase 4, as they're calling it, the next upcoming movies.
I just hope they don't base Phase 4 off Captain Marvel, because I cannot stand
I have not seen that movie.
Woman.
I have not seen the movie.
She can't act. I don't think she can act good. She does not act good.
Maybe
Brie Larson, is that her name? Yeah,
maybe in other things, they may have picked the wrong actress for Captain Marvel. I really want to see another Iron Man movie before Robert Downey Jr. gets too damn old.
Right. Maybe we'll get something like that.
I really would love to see Chris Evans come back as Captain America, even though they set it up for what's his name? Help me.
Bucky?
No.
Oh, the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting him confused with the asshole from Spider-Man. But anyways, yeah, I'd like to see Bucky take on Captain America too, but they finally showed him for a brief moment having Thor's hammer.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot pronounce the name of the hammer, so sorry for all assholes listening. Yeah, that's gonna say. So you don't know shit. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that fucking thing.
I just called it manure there for a second.
Manure. Yeah. Fuck it. Thor's big fucking hammer. Okay. I would love to see them go down that avenue. And here's something else to fry your brain. Remember when all of them was trying to pick up the hammer?
Oh, yeah.
And Cap moved it a little bit.
See,
I think Captain America has been able to wield the hammer since then, but choose not to hurt Thor's pride and feelings.
And you know what? That's what I was thinking too, because the way Chris Evans portrayed him and
very
everything, very humble. It would not surprise me if that ended up being
that has been a theory
For
a while.
Real quick before we go, I hope if they do a little bit more Phase 4, I want to see more of the Mandarin. I think the Mandarin needs to be.
They kind of fucked that up
because,
in Iron Man 3. They really did.
And then, but the one-shot wonder that come out afterwards, where they confirmed that the Mandarin was actually a real villain somewhere in the MCU.
Yeah.
They need to bring him because he is a great villain.
To me, everybody knows Robert Downey Jr. is getting up in age, and I can't remember if it's something recent. I haven't kept up with it, unfortunately, so crucify me if you must, but you know what? Fuck off.
That's what we do here on Radio Underground.
Is at some point Tony Stark does take a intern or passes the torch per se to a young 17-year-old girl to be the next Iron Man.
Well, what about his daughter at the end of Endgame?
To me, they need to make another movie to tie that in.
Right.
Or if not, it's going to be a whole lot of fucking shitstorm. Yeah, they kind of touched on it a little bit in Endgame when Pepper showed up in her suit that Tony made for her with the help of his daughter. But it kind of leads that way, but it's kind of leading Gwyneth Paltrow to play the next Iron Man, and no.
Yeah.
Not only no, but hell fucking no.
Yeah, I like Gwyneth Paltrow, but
as Pepper, not as my fucking Iron Man. I'm sorry.
She had her moment in the third one, and she had her little moment in Endgame.
Yep.
But they should not go any farther than that with it.
And what I will end on is something totally out of ordinary, and I'll love it when I find out what people say about this. They need to go back and do Ghost Rider.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. As much as a big Nicolas Cage fan I am, the first one was all right. That second one was hot trash.
Stupid. The sad part. Yeah, I like the Johnny Blaze character. That was one of the first comics I ever got. Was a Ghost Rider with Johnny Blaze. But one of the more interesting characters, I want them to go back and do it out of order. I want them to do Sam Elliott's character.
Yeah.
First in the Old West, then go to Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I don't want another origin story. Look, hey, we got every superhero movie always starts off with an origin.
Yep.
And that's great. That's good to start the movie off like that. But, I would like to just one time, he's already Ghost Rider. Don't have to worry about an origin story.
Well, I mean, they can backfill it in just a little bit and say, basically like how Star Wars did in the rolling credits. You'll have it rolled, or, Hellboy done something similar. The Ron Perlman Hellboy, has the text reading about, the 7 gods of chaos.
Right.
And you get a backstory of, okay, this is... it gives its own origin. It's nice, neat, tidy, done. And then the movie progresses. They can do that with Ghost Rider.
That's what I'm kind of scared with the Joker movie. We kind of ran out of time to talk about that. I know Stones and everybody has talked about that in the months ago when the trailer first released.
The only thing I will say about that, I have seen the trailer. Joaquin Phoenix.
Great actor.
A great method actor, and it shows him doing the laugh. He done well in the laugh, but is he going to be able to compare to Heath Ledger's Joker? Don't know. Is it going to be any continuity to the DC? Who the hell knows?
I just know,
and that's one of my biggest problems. DC does not. DC has great characters. But they do not have a film universe like Marvel does that is worth a flying shit.
Yeah, they kind of just, I don't know whatever they're doing, they need to figure the fuck out.
Somebody needs to be kicked in the fucking balls and say, Try again.
Because
you fucked this up.
Affleck has left, so now you're stuck from scratch one with Batman.
Yeah, and let's not go into who the fuck's playing Batman. Sparkling vampire fucker.
Because I would like to, because we all know the Flash movie that comes out is going to be Flashpoint. And me and you have talked about this. We would love to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman. Yep. If anybody's never watched the Flashpoint movie or read the comic, stop what you're doing and get familiar with the Flashpoint storyline, because it is probably one of DC's best storylines. And it is really good.
You probably remember more about it at this point than I do, because I've damn near forgot all of it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, there's the Flashpoint animated movie on Netflix right now.
Yeah, but with 2 kids.
Well, yeah.
It's I'm lucky to get sleep and go to work. But, yeah, it's all fucking DC's fucking hot garbage when it comes to cinematic universe. I mean, Wonder Woman, I still haven't seen it, haven't watched it.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and watch Wonder Woman.
I haven't watched the new Superman movie that, what's his fucking name, that with Affleck.
Man of Steel? Have you noticed? The Man of Steel was really good.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Batman versus Superman yet either, or Aquaman.
Aquaman, really good. Batman versus Superman was alright. Justice League was alright. Aquaman, great.
I forgot about Justice League.
Yeah. Aquaman and Wonder Woman at this point is probably their 2 best films. We're not going to mention Suicide Squad. That was trash.
God damn. You had to bring that fucker up.
Could have been so good in it.
That had so much fucking potential, and they pissed it away.
Yes.
Pissed it away. Did. I mean, Will Smith is Deadshot. No, Will Smith is fucking Will Smith.
And that's not taking anything away from Will Smith. I like Will Smith.
In comedy roles, like Men in Black, and, I mean, he done good in I Am Legend.
Yeah, he was good in I Am Legend. Hancock was real good.
Yeah, Hancock
was a little serious.
Yeah, but it was also kind of like a superhero comic style movie.
Yeah.
But fucking Suicide Squad, God.
That could have been a great movie. And they had the villains together like that, trying to save them. I mean,
Margot Robbie done a good job as Harley Quinn. I don't have no qualms with that. One thing that really did piss me off, in all the promos you seen for the movie coming out, was talking about Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
Which is the best I could tell, based off the Jason Todd Joker, maybe?
Yep.
I get my timelines confused on that, but I think it's the Jason Todd Joker.
I didn't like his Joker, and it's not to say it could have been good, but they cut out...
You don't see enough of it to determine whether it's worth a fuck or not?
I have to go by what I seen in the movie, and
from
what I seen in the
trash.
Movie, yes, it was.
And even he said it was trash. He said there was enough shit left on the cutting room floor, they could make an entire Joker movie from the shit they cut from that movie. Of him alone.
Yeah.
And he said he would love a chance to play it again.
And I would love to give him a second chance. I would love nothing more than him to actually have the second chance and let him do the movie the way that he wants to do it.
Yep.
And just let him,
because he's
let him go.
Not only is he a hell of he's a hell of an artist, period. Because he is the front man of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Right.
And he's a damn method actor. And he's been in several damn films. I mean, it's just... It was a damn shame. And I guess that's why I haven't watched any of the new DC movies. Is because of, like we talked in the past, the old Batmans. And then I got really excited. Here we got Batman Begins. And then, the Chris Nolan version and take of the Batman trilogy. Fucking awesome. And I'm afraid of being disappointed again.
Yeah.
And it's like... I don't want to do mediocre. I want good fucking movies.
We deserve a DC universe.
That's worth a fuck.
So, DC, get your shit together and give us the DC universe that we deserve. Because you're almost there. You're almost there. You just need a little bit more of a nudge. A little bit more help.
Here's an idea. seeing as how you all can't do nothing but fuck up superheroes, why not? And you got so many villains. You're fucking up doing superhero movies. Say, all right, give Marvel the finger and do villain movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work.
I'd like to see it.
But I think we'll call it good for now.
Yeah, we're just sitting here in the middle of a parking lot talking. I didn't realize how much. I mean, I knew we could talk a lot because one thing we've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah, a long while.
Just record ourselves some of the shit we talk about on the way back and forth from work.
Yeah, we've had some pretty epic conversations, and we'll continue to do so.
Hopefully, our Lord and Savior, Lord Despot, will like this and will let us do some more. We're at 40 minutes right now, so I guess we'll call it. So this is Jeff, Radio Underground.
I'm JP.
Who will probably be around a lot more in these episodes now. We will see y'all later.